I need to ask you something. How many ways do you think a woman can orgasm? How many spots on her body can make her orgasm? 1, maybe 2, if you've done your research. But here's what most women don't even know about their own bodies, and definitely won't tell you because they don't know. There are actually 8 different types of orgasms a woman can experience. I'm sure there's way more, but I'm gonna tell you about 8 today because each one of these feels completely different. Each one comes from stimulating a different area, and most men, they'll go their entire lives with only knowing about one of them. No wonder so many women are faking it. Today, I'm going to walk you through all 8, where to find them, what they feel like for her, and exactly how to give her each one. Some of these you've probably heard of, others, they're going to blow your mind. By the end of this video, you're going to know more about female pleasure than 99% of men walking around out there. So, let's get into it. I'm Marni, and from here on out, I will be your very own personal wing girl. And every week, I'm going to give you the no BS insider info about what women really want versus what they say they want. Plus, the most effective methods to win over any girl you like. So just hit that subscribe button now so that you never miss a video. Before we dive in to all 8, I need you to understand something really important. Every woman is different. Some women can orgasm easily from one type of touch, but not another. Some women have never experienced certain types because honestly, no partner has ever taken the time to explore with them. That's sad, but it's also an opportunity for you. The key here isn't memorizing techniques like you're studying for a test. It's understanding that these zones exist, communicating with her, and being willing to explore together. And look, this is crucial. Most women need to feel relaxed, need to feel safe and mentally turned on before any of this ever works. If she's stressed, if she's in her head, if she's not feeling connected to you, no technique in the world is ever going to get her there. Got it? All right, good. So for every type, I'm going to show you where to find it, what it actually feels like for her, how to stimulate it, and the biggest mistake that men make with that spot. That way, you're not guessing. You actually know what you're doing. So let's start with the one everybody knows. They think they know. Orgasm type number 1 is clitoral. This is the most common type of female orgasm, and for good reason. The clitoris has over 8,000 nerve endings packed into this tiny area. That is more than anywhere else on her body, more than the penis, by the way. You will find it at the top where her inner lips meet that little button, but most guys don't realize it. What you can just see is just the tip of the iceberg. The clitoris actually extends inside her body and wraps around. It's way bigger than it looks from the inside. For her, this one feels intense and focused. Women described it as a sharp, powerful release, like all the tension builds right there and then explodes. The key is consistent, rhythmic stimulation. And here's where most guys mess up. They go too hard, too fast. I want you to start light. Use your fingers, your tongue, or both. Let her guide you on pressure and speed. And whatever you do when she says don't stop, she means don't change anything. Not the speed, not the pressure, not the angle. Keep doing exactly what you're doing because you're doing it right. Here's a stat that should change how you approach sex forever. 70 to 80% of women need clitoral stimulation to orgasm. So if you're ignoring this area during sex, you're basically hoping for a miracle. Okay, orgasm type number 2, the G-spot. Okay. The G-spot, you've heard of this one, but do you actually know where it is and how to find it? It's about 2 to 3 inches inside her on the front wall, so toward her belly button, not toward her back. It feels slightly rigid or textured compared to the smooth tissue around it, kind of like the roof of your mouth. And this one feels different for her than clitoral. G-spot orgasms are deeper and more full body. Women describe waves of pleasure that spread through her whole body. This is also the type most connected to female ejaculation, and yes, that is real for many women. To stimulate it, insert 1 or 2 fingers and make a come here motion toward her belly button. You can also use toys designed specifically for this, or positions during sex that angle toward that front wall. The mistake most guys make, not giving it enough time. The G-spot usually needs more warm-up than the clitoris. She needs to be turned on before G-spot stimulation starts feeling really good, so don't just dive in there. But here's a pro tip. Combine G-spot stimulation with clitoral stimulation at the same time, and that's called a blended orgasm. And we'll go into that later, but it's incredibly intense for her. Orgasm type number 3 is the A spot. This one is less well known, but women who have experienced it say it's incredibly intense. The A spot, sometimes called the anterior fornix or the deep spot, is located deep inside, about 4 to 6 inches on the front wall above the cervix. Think of it like the G-spot's deeper cousin. Women who experience this one describe it as deep, powerful, and often accompanied by a lot of wetness. Many women find that A-spot stimulation produces natural lubrication really quickly, like surprisingly quickly. And this requires deeper penetration than the G-spot. Longer fingers, toys, or positions that allow you to go deep. So apply firm but gentle pressure in a stroking motion because it's deeper. Not everyone can reach it with just fingers. And communication is key here. She needs to tell you when you've hit the right spot. Orgasm spot number 4, cervical. Okay, this one is a bit controversial because the cervix is usually associated with pain when it gets hit hard during sex. A lot of women have had that experience. Guys go too deep, it hits the cervix, and ow, it's not fun. But when stimulated correctly with the right arousal level and gentle pressure, some women experience profound, almost spiritual orgasms from cervical stimulation. The cervix is at the very back of the vaginal canal. It's the entrance to the uterus. Women who experience this, one describes it as the deepest, most emotional type. It feels connected to their whole body and can last longer than other types. And some women even cry in a good way. The key here is that she needs to be very aroused first, like really warmed up. The cervix actually lifts and softens during arousal, making it more receptive to touch. So use slow, deep penetration with great pressure, never pounding or jabbing. The mistake guys make is trying to go deep when she's not fully aroused. If she winces when you go deep, she is not ready. So slow down and more foreplay. Spot number 5, the U spot. This is one almost no men have heard of, and actually I hadn't heard of it either, and it's a hidden gem. The U spot is a small area of sensitive tissue located just above her urethral opening, basically the tiny area between her clitoris and her vagina opening. Small zone that most guys completely miss. Women describe this one as a warm, spreading pleasure, different from clitoral stimulation, even though they're really close together. Very gentle touch or licking on that small area just above where she pees. This area is delicate, so light pressure is key. This is a great zone to explore during oral sex, and most guys laser focus on the clitoris and miss this sensitive area entirely. Now, it's one thing for me to tell you about all these orgasm types verbally, and I've shown you pictures, but it's another thing entirely to actually see how to do it, to watch an expert show you exactly where these spots are, how to touch them, what the motion looks like in real life on a real vagina. That's why I want to tell you about Beducated. Beducated is an online platform with over 100 courses from world-class sex educators, real demonstrators, real instruction. Everything from oral techniques to G-spot mastery to the stuff we're talking about today. All on video so you can actually see how it works. And this month is Masturbation Month, and Beducated is celebrating by reminding you that self-pleasure is natural and a wonderful thing. The more you know about your own pleasure, the more pleasurable your experiences will be for her. With Beducated, you can learn about your own pleasure, and with my videos, you'll now know about her pleasure, a perfect combo for success in the bedroom. So click the link in the description below to take the quiz and check out Beducated. So thank you, Beducated. You make these videos possible. All right, let's keep going. We have more to cover. Orgasm type number 6, the nipple or the breast. Yes, some women can orgasm purely from nipple stimulation, no genital touch at all. I know, it's wild, it's amazing, I feel lucky. This works because nipple stimulation activates the same area of the brain as genital stimulation. For some women, that connection is strong enough to produce an orgasm, a full orgasm. Women describe nipple orgasms as warm waves that spread through the chest, through the whole body. They tend to feel more emotional and connected. So how you do this varies hugely by woman. Some like light touch, some like firmer pressure, some like sucking or gentle biting. The key is variety, circles, flicking, sucking, pulling, and paying close attention to how she responds. A little reality check. Not all women are sensitive enough here to actually orgasm from it, but almost all women enjoy nipple stimulation as part of foreplay. So do not skip this zone regardless. Orgasm type number 7, anal. The anal area has a high concentration of nerve endings, and for women, anal stimulation can also indirectly stimulate the G-spot and A-spot through the shared wall between them. Women who enjoy this one describe it as intense, different from vaginal orgasms, and honestly, a little taboo feeling, which is part of the psychological arousal. This requires trust, communication, lots of lubrication, and going extremely slow. Never surprise her with anal stimulation, ever. This is something you discuss and explore together when she's into the idea. Start small, external massage around the area, then maybe a small finger with constant checking in about how she's feeling. So something that's really important to know. Some women love this, some have zero interest. Both are completely valid. Never pressure, never assume. Number 8. The blended orgasm. A blended orgasm is when you stimulate multiple zones at the same time, typically the clitoral and the G-spot together, but it can be any combination. And this is often described as the most intense type because multiple pleasure centers are firing at once. The sensations combine and amplify each other. Women sometimes describe it as overwhelming in the best way possible. To create one, use your mouth on her clitoris while your fingers stimulate her G-spot, or combine nipple stimulation with penetration or clitoral stimulation during intercourse. This is where knowing all the zones pays off. You can create combinations she's literally never experienced before. So now you know something most men will never know. 8 spots. 8 completely different experiences that she can have. 8 ways to give her something she may have never felt before. But here's the thing that I need to add before we stop this video, because knowing where is only half of it. The men who actually give women these experiences aren't just the ones who memorize the map. They're the ones who show up a specific way when they get there. They communicate, not just before, during. Does this feel good? Do you want more? Tell me what you need. She knows things about her own body that no video is ever going to tell you. So ask her. These men pay attention. Her body is giving you feedback constantly. Her breathing, her sounds, the way she moves towards you or away, that feedback is more valuable than any technique you have. So you just have to notice it. You now have the map, show up right, and she'll want to take that journey with you every single time. Now, look, if you want to take your skills even further, I have put together something specifically for this. It's called the Bedroom Secrets Cheat Sheet, and it breaks down the specific techniques, positions, and approaches that make women crave you physically in the bedroom. This isn't generic advice you've heard a million times. It's the real insider information that most men never ever learn. So I want you to click the link below to download your free copy today. And if this video taught you something new about female pleasure, I want you to hit that like. I want you to share this with other guys. I want you to scream it from the rooftops. But more importantly, I want to thank you for watching this video to the very end, and I will see you next week.